let's talk about Call of Dragons, because there's one thing I think everyone, including myself, can all agree, and it pisses us all off together, is when the devs say this is a kid's game. I'm going to be honest, I've never heard the most biggest copium in my entire life. This is not a game for kids, especially if you're a kid at the age between 3 or below, like fucking 12, even 15. Like, I would not recommend be playing these style of games. Why? Why would I not say this is a kid's game? Well, to be honest, there's a lot of stuff that, honestly, adults and more mature, adults, so let's just say, like, guys in the 20s, maybe 16, 17, going up into, starting to mature up, one thing you'll notice is the time management that's needed, the patience that's needed, as well as one fundamental sad thing is the pay-to-win features currently on Call of Dragons. Kids are going to be going crazy if, for some reason, on this game, they have access to their, parents' credit cards. I've heard the horror stories in Fortnite. I cannot imagine what the horror story of Call of Dragons could look like, right? And then on top of all of that is the toxicity, right? The way people talk in chat, right? Even me, as you guys know, I've been a lot more looser now with my content, swearing, saying shit, fuck, you name it, right? And it's that type of stuff that, again, more mature people know is just language they use. Especially if I say something is like dog shit, as me saying something is completely terrible. They understand the concept of that because they're a mature adult. They understand mature language. And the thing is, this game, again, is all pretty mature based, right? Just everything you have to do, decision making, the way you play the game, the fact that, you're attacking these creatures, like everything in Call of Dragons is not a kids-friendly game. So the thing is, what I want the devs to do, and as I'm ranting through this video, is fucking sort your shit out and start marketing it correctly. Let's just be honest. Just market the game correctly, because it's just getting a joke now that a lot of the time as well, people are getting banned in chat for saying some stupid stuff, but then the players that are not getting chat banned are the ones saying the worst stuff as well. It's just crazy how selective the auto ban bot system is when it's trying to choose between a kid or a mature, sentence that's being said in the game. And it's really weird on how it works, right? You could obviously say something like, this is shit, and it'll ban you. But if you can add the word shit in without it realizing, it's not gonna flag it up. So it does have some sort of way of ruling if this is a direct, if I'm directly putting this on someone, or if it's an indirect use of the word. Like, but why is that part of the fucking game, dude? Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I think everyone in my audience player base are literally ages over 21. Like, I think most of my aged audience guys are 21 going up to 44. And there's a few, I'm not gonna lie, there's a few of you old timers out there. Big shout out to you boys that are in the 50s and 60s that are playing this game and watching the content. I will shout you out because everyone deserves it, right? But you can see how, though, the game is more of a mature-based game. And I want it to be more like that, bro. And I want the devs to start addressing things like that, because the way they're addressing things is just absolutely childish. They're not really giving anyone fucking answers, right? When you look at the way they even discuss stuff like the Q&A, for example, like, some of this is really good. Like, this is a really good stuff. But in the past, as you guys have noticed, it's just been kind of dog tier. Like, same with this, like, please keep an eye out on future announcement. We're currently hard to fix it. It's just like tell us more about this. It would have been nice to tell us this before the Q&A that's been, nagged until you've basically had to answer it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of crazy the way this fucking game is going out. And I don't understand why the devs are so scared to speak about it, man. Like, the best games I've noticed out there are the games that do have quite a bit of open source into them, like it showcases like Ash's creation, what it's capable of, how much hype that game's built up, Path of Exile. It started out pretty terrible, but again, that game became one of the best games to be playing because it started to listen to the community, made the seasonal changes, and made it a really fun game. Same with No Man's Sky. Absolute the worst game in history. But since then, they've been working on the game and again, listening to the community. And the community have made these games better than they were because you've got to remember it's the community that you're selling to. That's the audience. And if we're telling you, look, we want this in our game, put it in the fucking game, bro. Like, it's what we've been telling you. It's like you've literally got a fire on a house and I'm selling you fire insurance. That's literally what it's like. Your house is on fire. I'm at the door. I'm knocking on the door, giving you fire insurance ready so you know you're going to get paid out. Like, that's what it is. And it's crazy that the devs won't do that. So the fact that this game is trying to be a kid's game is bollocks, right? The way the game is, you know, portraying itself as being a free-to-play player game as well, complete bollocks, as you guys know, right? So it's just one of those things where players like myself that we've been making these fix the game series videos, and I've only got one more to make after this, honestly, guys, and then it is what it is. Maybe until 6 months down the line, 10 months down the line, we'll see how the game goes and if it's dead or not, and we might have to remake them, who knows. But you can see in these video series all the different areas that honestly, if you have any sort of gaming background that doesn't make sense and just for us gamers, just makes the gaming experience for Call of Dragons absolutely fucking dog shit. Let's be honest. We're only putting up with it with hope that it turns around, and we're putting up with it because of the open field gameplay. That is literally it. Apart from that, nothing really else is keeping us here because there's no other game that does this any better yet. And as soon as there's one game out there that does it all better, I'm telling you, Call of Dragons, Rise of Kingdoms are both gonna fucking die, bro. So hopefully the devs listen to this video, they understand my point of view, me just kind of speaking to you guys raw here in this, you know, is the game mature? Is it a kid game? Because clearly it's not a kid's game. It's a mature-based game. There's a lot of stuff that makes it an adult game. And to be honest, I think you do need to be like age 16 to be playing this game. It's like, it's crazy to say, but I do think that anyone under is not informed enough to make smart decisions, financial potential decisions as well within this game, which is just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is Call of Dragons a kid's game? Or is it actually a mature game and the devs are just copying and they just need to bite the bullet and just say, look, why are we trying to make a kid's game? It's not a fucking kid's game, right? So until then, you know what to do. Smash like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky. Peace out.